Hello there. Today I thought it would be fun to talk about getting out of your comfort zone. And I'm coming at you live from my basement studio. This is where I do my sewing, cutting, designing of my swimwear line, Red Dolly swimwear. So why do I think it's important to get out of your comfort zone? I kind of look at it like, when you're raising a child. My daughter's 10, for example. I'm always telling her to push herself, do a little more. Just do it. I know you don't want to do it, but just do it anyway. So it's kind of like I'm thinking that for adults too, the more that we do, the more benefit we're going to get, we're going to receive for putting ourselves out there more. So, for example, I've done many things in my life that I was uncomfortable with, and the benefit has been great. For example, one was when I was younger, I went to school for design in Los Angeles. I wanted to be a fashion designer, and the plan didn't, work out perfectly because I had my son young right out of high school, and I still went to school for design. But then I realized I want to be available to him. I had to find a way to do fashion in a different way, and I ended up starting my own business. Long story short, it became, successful where it was gaining traction, getting notice from the college that I went to, and they asked me to come speak to the students. Now, that's something that I never thought I would do. I never really wanted to do. I was always really shy and quiet. But I said, when they got the email, I said, I thought about it, and then I answered yes, because why not? Like, I'm going to push myself. This is going to help me. This is going to help my business grow and also help others. I can teach these students about what I did, and they can gain insight and knowledge, and it's just another way of looking at things. So that was a great benefit to both me and the students. It was uncomfortable. I thought it was going to be. It actually wasn't that uncomfortable. It was all in my mind. I was telling myself, oh, it's going to be hard, and what do I have to say? Who's going to listen to me? But they ended up inviting me year after year, and I would speak to them. I would speak at where they would have these career days, and they come sit at my table, and I told them how I started my business, and then they asked me to speak in the college in a room full of students. And I was scared. I was nervous, but I still did it, and I didn't regret doing it. We have to take risks in life. That's the only way to get ahead. We can't just stay on the same level, or we're never going to move up to the next level. So, for example, my husband and I, we were on the debt-free track. We were following the Dave Ramsey plan. We were going to get debt-free, and it was going to take many years, but we were following it, and we had all of our credit cards paid off and everything. And we were on our second house at that time. We moved to a different state from where our first house was. And I was thinking, I got this idea that we could sell the house because the value went up. It was going up. So I thought we could sell the house and we could just move somewhere else, like to a different state, and get a house, like pay cash for a house with the proceeds of our home sale and some of our savings. And we ended up doing it, and it was scary, and we moved across the country, and we didn't know anybody, but we reached our goal. We became completely debt free, and that was almost 6 years ago, and it's been amazing. And that's something that was, we pushed ourselves out of our comfort zone. We did something scary, something that's not typical. I think it's becoming a little more common now because people can find houses online and just, move and work from home, work remote. So I think it is going to be more common as the years go by. But when we did it, it was like nobody knew, we didn't know anybody that ever did that. And people that knew us were like, wow, why would you do that? Or I can't believe you left your family and things like that. But we becoming debt free, it gave us the freedom to see our family, visit them, when we want to, and then also travel more and have more freedom and be able to save more for retirement. Not having any debt is an amazing feeling. So I recommend it to anyone. But that's just, an example of doing something that's scary. And we pushed ourselves, and we did something new, something that nobody that we knew, none of our family ever did anything like that. So it was out of our comfort zone. But there was a reward at the end. In a way, that's like going into the unknown. It's a new territory. And that, like I said, that's something that we did. And I hope that you can do things like that too in your life. I feel like, at least for myself, I can speak for myself, but I'm sure other people are having ideas and thoughts and things that come up, in their thoughts that you're saying to yourself, this is something I want to do. Oh, I should try that. Oh, I really want to try that. And you tell yourself you're going to do it later, and you put it off. Yeah, it's procrastination, but most people don't end up doing it ever. So it's not even just procrastination. It's just making an excuse. You're not wanting to push yourself out of the comfort zone, because the comfort is okay, every day I'll go to work and I'll come home, I can relax and I can eat my good food and just that's comfortable. But it also, to me, that's not comfortable. I don't want to live like that. I want to keep going to the next goal and I want to keep pushing myself throughout my life. I can't see, obviously I'll retire someday when I can't do that much, but I want to work. Like I enjoy what I do. I work from home and I have freedom, but I want to come up with other ideas too. And that's why I started this YouTube channel. I thought I've been thinking about it for a while. It was one of those ideas in my head and I thought, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. So I made a video the other day. Now this is my second one, but it's one of those things that I thought about doing. I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to make an excuse. I'm going to push myself. Maybe nobody's going to see it, but I'm going to keep doing it and I'm going to see what happens and see what the result is. And that's the thing. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt me to do this, to try to make YouTube videos. It's taking some of my time, but there could be a great reward in that. So what are you thinking that you want to do that you've been putting off and you're afraid of? Don't let the fear hold you back, because that's what it is. We have fear. Everybody does. Even really successful people, they still talk about how they're, have those feelings before they get up on stage, but they keep doing it. They push through. They get out of their comfort zone. And if you think about it, nobody else really cares if you're going to hit your goals or not. I mean, your family and friends, they care about you, but you have to live with yourself. And you don't want to look back when you're older and think, yeah, I really should have tried that. I should have done that. If it's been on your mind, just do it. Just start it. And it might not turn out the way that you planned, but at least you tried. I didn't think that I'd be working from home, that I would have my own business. I thought I was going to work in the fashion industry. That was my goal and dream, I thought. But things didn't turn out that way. And I feel like God led me a different way. And I'm so thankful for that. I was open to doing something different. And I ended up doing my passion, which was designing clothing. I ended up doing swimwear, reddollyswimwear.com. But I ended up doing it in a way where I could be there for my kids, my son when he was younger. And then 12 years later, I had my daughter. And I've been able to be here with her, and now I'm homeschooling her, and I'm still running my business, and I'm trying other things on the side. So think about, is there something you want to do, something you want to try, take a class, a new hobby? Is there somewhere you want to go that you've always wanted to go, but you've talked yourself out of it? For example, for myself, I've always wanted to go to Egypt. That was something I've always been fascinated with, ancient Egypt, since I was a kid. So a few years back in 2017, on social media, this trip came up through some friends. I saw they were planning a trip for Egypt the following year, and I told my husband, like, hey, we should go. I always wanted to go there, and he kind of said, no, it's not safe, and you're going to stand out with your blonde hair and all that stuff. And I just kept pushing, and I was like, no, I knew I wanted to go. Like, I was determined to go. So I got more information and gave him that. He felt a little better knowing we'll be with a group and have security and stuff like that. And anyway, we ended up going, and it was amazing. And I don't regret that. Like, I could have made excuses. I could have just gave up, but I kept pushing because that was something I wanted to do. So don't give up. Don't talk yourself out of things. If there's something you want to do, you have to find a way to make it happen. Most people live their lives having a job that they hate and being around people they don't even like. And that's sad. I want people to find what it is that they love and work towards their goals. So I guess that's my goal with this channel, is to hopefully motivate people and inspire you to find out what your passion is and find a way of doing it and making a living at it. And the more that you do uncomfortable things, the more comfortable they become. The more you do hard things, the easier they get. So just start now, start today, get out of your comfort zone. Thanks for watching.